Surprise, surprise, surprise. I'm doing this video early, guys. How you doing? You know who this is, the chosen one, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club. Coming to you with the UFC Vegas Fight Night video. If you guys are new, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Leave me a comment down below. You guys have been absolutely killing it. I do every single sport if you're new. NBA, NFL, UFC, obviously. NBA, MLB, NHL. What else? KBO, if they ever bring that back, guys, I do it also. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And if you're returning, you haven't hit that subscribe button, you're not leaving me comments, what are you doing? What are you doing, guys? Stop playing. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone to check out the Skywalker DFS show. And without further ado, let's start the damn show. All right, guys. So here we are. Not the best fight card in the world. A lot of close fights, so good matchmaking. I got to give it up to the UFC on this one. Good matchmaking. But first, let's get the homework out the way, guys. If you want to join the DFS club, this is where you get all my lineups, ownership, projections, top stacks, guys. Two providers in one. You got DFS Space, my brother from another mother, myself, Skywalker DFS. Check this out. For $14.99 a month, you get all my lineups. Like I said, ownership, projections. For all the other sports, you get the top stack tools, the top pitchers, you name it, we got you. And we do the members only podcast 1 hour before lock where we break down every single DFS slate. That's when the real decisions are made, 1 hour before lock. So come check us out, guys. We do NBA, NFL, MLB, PGA, NHL, tennis, NASCAR, soccer, esports, UFC, WNBA, college sports, EuroLeague basketball, USFL. Just click join now. Make sure you click on my logo, Skywalker DFS, and then pick your plans, guys. We're the cheapest in the industry. Like I said, $14.99 a month gets you every single sport with my lineups, all the other tools that I mentioned. Every plan includes everything, even the 3-day passes, guys. The only difference is the more you pay up, the more you save. We cover prize picks, sports wagering. You name it, guys, we cover it. Come check us out. Stop losing. Stop losing. Start winning. Come join the winning team. We got over 400 plus members strong. And we're doing great things in here, guys. So come check us out. DFSclub.com. All right, so let's get into this greasy card, man. Let's bring up Draftkings here. I used to do it on Tapology, but I figured for this show, let's do it on a Draftkings format. I like to change it up every now and then. All right, so first up, we got Jin Yu Fry here at 9.2K. I mean, you got to be kidding me with this price tag. Has she ever paid off this price tag? Like, I don't think so. I think by far she's going to be the lowest owned 9K range fighter on this card. She has to get a first-round knockout against Vanessa. Now, I'm picking Jin Yu Fry to win, but Vanessa, I mean, she's just not good. She was getting her face beaten by Gomez Juarez and then got, the armbar for guard. Women's UFC UFC specials, what we call that, armbar from guard for the ladies fights. But yeah, she got 92 fantasy points her last fight after she got knocked down from a punch. So I can't do it, guys. You guys know I like my underdogs, but give me Jin Yu Fry as the winner. But I'd like to say dog or pass, but I can't get to Vanessa either, man. Vanessa, I don't see a path for her to win this fight because Frey, I mean, she can fight off a armbar. This girl's very strong. She trains with my friend Sam Page, so they're training partners. And she tells me about their sparring sessions. And Frey, I mean, she's a powerful striker. Her volume's not the best, but she's very strong. So I think Vanessa, I don't see a path. I just don't do it, so I can't take her as the first underdog of this card, guys. Next up, we got Mario Batista against Brian Boom Boom Kelleher. So Batista is 8.7K. Last time in a victory, he got 107 fantasy points, which is good. His salary was 9.2 at that point. So he's always been a 9K fighter, pretty much. He lost as a 9K fighter against Jones. He got TKO'd, man. Ooh, I remember that. But yeah, I think a lot of people are gonna be on Batista. I do like Kelleher as an underdog this week at 7.5K. He lost I can never say it when I'm fucking live. Nurmagomedov, guys. Jesus, Khabib. All right, Nurmagomedov. Who hasn't lost to him, right? Other than that, he's got victories over Kroom, Pilarte, and look at he scored over 100 fantasy points in every single victory here. He lost to Ricky Simone. No shame in that. Probably the best wrestler in the UFC. So he has a problem with wrestlers. That's clear. I think this one's going to stay on the feet, guys. So if this one stays on the feet, I'm taking Brian Kelleher over Mario Batista. Mario Batista is no slouch on the feet. He's got good boxing, great cardio. He throws them flying knees. He's in love with those flying knees, man. But Brian Kelleher is a gritty vet, man. He's too smart to fall for those. He got a stiff jab. Good output. He will go for takedowns, but I don't think he's going to try it this time. He has a great get-up game if he gets taken down because Brian Kelleher does like to go for takedowns sometimes. But yeah, I think it's going to stay on the feet. So if it stays on the feet, give me the first underdog of the pick right here. My pick's going to be Brian Kelleher at 7.5K, guys. Let's add him to the list there as the first underdog pick. When I make my lineups, guys, always go to your underdogs first. Put your underdogs in and then build from there. It's so much easier, man. All right, so next up, we got Cody Durden versus JP Buys, man. I watched a lot of fight tape on this. Cody Durden kind of surprised me last fight. He got knocked out in like less than a minute. Didn't see that coming. He was still a big underdog. He was 7.1K. It was a matchup against Mokachev, but man, he talked all that shit. And then he didn't even last a minute with this guy. He's going up against JP Buys. JP Buys is 8.2K. Last fight, he was 6'7". Man, this guy's been knocked down more times than my baby's mama. And she's been on her back a lot. All right, a lot. I can't back JP Buys here. Now, I know Cody Durden will probably be a popular play, especially at that 8K price range. Technically, it is an underdog. My pick is going to be Cody Durden at 8K. And I think he scores, decent. But the thing is, if JP Buys wins, I think he might score decent also because both guys are wrestlers, grapplers. Oh my gosh. It's just JP Buys that chin, man. I mean, he recovers, he gets up, but he just gets knocked down so much. So Cody Durden, I mean, he's a wild card. He's a wild man. I mean, you can put him in here as another underdog at 8K. Let's see. Next up, this one is the definition of a 50-50 fight here. We got Rulian Paiva at 7.7K. He just lost to Sugar Sean O'Malley in round one. Big underdog there. No surprise. 4 fantasy points. Let's see. Going up versus Morozov. Morozov's a wild man, dude. Like, you don't know what this guy's going to do. He comes out swinging. He comes out fast. He comes out furious. Decent striking. He uses them to set up his takedowns. He's got good grappling, wrestling, ground and pound. He got choked out that last fight, though, because he went for that finish. His problem is he comes out so fast and furious, he has nothing left in the gas tank. Come the second, third round, and then he's just fucking dead. That takes a lot of energy, all that wrestling. Paiva, he's the comeback king, man. He gets stunned, he gets knocked down himself, but then he comes back. It's hard to put him away. Sugar Sean did it, but before that, he was on a 3-fight winning streak. And his scoring 107. He got a 53 in a win. Like, that's terrible. That's horrible. I've seen a lot of losers score higher than 53. Against Wilson Phillips there, he got a 71. So, I don't know. This fight's 50-50 for me. You can make a case for either fighter. I think this is a fight you probably fade because neither one of these guys I see scoring very high. Morozov did get 100, though, over Taha 2 fights ago in a 3-round decision. It's 99 significant strikes, 9 minutes of control time. I say Morozov would probably score better if he wins, but I don't know if he wins. That's the thing. Paiva just stays. You can't put this guy away unless you're Sugar Sean. So I don't know. The pick for me is going to be Paiva at 7.7K, but man, I'll put him in here again as another underdog pick, but my goodness, it's a tough one. It's a 50-50 fight. Unless I'm desperate for another underdog, I might fade the damn thing because it can go either way. Next up, a fight I do like here. We got TJ Brown. TJ Brown. This man, 7-1 and 7-8. He's always been an underdog here, man. Both times he won both fights. A 79 and a 113. Those are pretty good numbers, guys. Going up against Nurabekadi, I believe that's how you pronounce it. This guy has absolutely nothing on the feet. Nothing on the feet. He just purely goes for takedowns, pure wrestler. Won his last one in a 3-round, boring, just rolling around on the ground fight. But if you notice nowadays, just like laying on someone isn't scoring, and it's not even winning fights anymore. If the person on bottom's throwing more strikes from the bottom, the person on bottom's getting the nod here. I'm going to back TJ Brown here. And I think it's a good price at 8.9K because I think he scores well. You got a wrestler versus a wrestler here. So you're looking at takedowns. You're looking at ground control time. And his significant strikes are always up there. 688, and then he got 110 the fight before that. So strikes. You get points for strikes, significant strikes, 58 and then 82. So, yeah, I like TJ Brown. I like the price tag at 8.9K. I feel pretty good about this one, too. I just think Nurban, I pronounced it right the first time. Nurban, I don't know. Whatever. But, yeah, this guy just has – if he had more of a striking game, maybe I can get behind him at 7-3. But he is a live underdog, though. 7-3 is very cheap. I mean, if you're going to try and pay up for these 9K fighters, you want to get 2 of them in your lineup, you might have to dumpster dive here. But I don't know. I like TJ Brown here a lot. I think he gets the job done. But this guy is obviously live. I will have some shares. Wrestler versus wrestler, anything can happen. Dude's strong, man. Next up, we got Tafan another one. Guys, cheers. Nuchikwi. I like this guy, man. I think he's getting no respect this weekend. Going up against Charles Olberg, man. Mr. Either I come out fast and furious or I stand there for 3 rounds and stare at the other guy, which is what he did last fight. He just stood there and stared at his opponent for 3 rounds. I think he got scared because after that first fight, he ran out of gas because he came out fast and furious, threw everything, emptied it all out in the first round, his gas tank. Dare I say, halfway through the first round, he was dead. The output was absolutely horrible. 66 significant strikes last fight. Only scored a 70 and a win, and even that win was suspect. Because Fabio was throwing even less, if you can believe that. But previous fight where he lost, still scored a 59, but that's because he came with all that output. What version of Charles Olberg are we going to get here? I don't know. I do like Nuchiki, though. He's consistent, man. He's got good forward pressure, and I think he's going to bring the pressure here to Olberg. And Olberg doesn't do good on his back foot, man. It wears him out. His gas tank is already suspect. Even though he lost this last fight, to a good opponent, to who we just talked about this opponent. He was winning that fight all the way halfway through the 3rd round until he wasn't. He got kneed in the face and was knocked out cold. Still didn't score very high. If he would have won, he still would have only scored like a 49 or a 50. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to take Tafan here as the winner. I think he keeps the pressure on. And I think he squeaks out a knockout here. I think this the odds even say this fight's not going the distance. So I think you have to roster this fight because if someone gets finished here, it's going to score really well, probably being the optimal. So again, another 7K fighter that I do like. I just don't see Oldberg getting the job done. I just think the dude's a hype train. The dude should have just kept his modeling career and probably went that route, man. He probably would have had more success. Maybe down the road he might be better, but just now, man, I just don't know what version of Oldberg we're going to get. All right, next up, we got Chris Curtis, man, versus who's Curtis going up against this week? Rodolfo Vieira. This one's going to be a banger, too. This one, I don't think goes to the judges, man. I really don't. So we all remember Vieira being 9.3K and getting everyone in the old prison pocket and got subbed in the second round and got a 32. He looked a hell of a lot better his last fight at 8.7. He still got only 84 fantasy points, but he got it in a win, right? It was a split decision win, but he did look a hell of a lot better. His striking, hell, I didn't see that coming. His striking is actually pretty decent, man. So yeah, Rodolfo Vieira, Chris Curtis. Someone's going to sleep here, man. Chris Curtis, powerful striker, rips the body, dude. So if he got cardio issues like Rodolfo Vieira, if he tries for all those takedowns, he might be a little gassed. And Curtis loves to rip the body. Good grappling defense. That's what I like to see, man. He's kind of hard to take down. And he knocked out Brendan Allen his last fight. TKO'd him, which is not easy. Brendan Allen's a good fighter, man. His cardio checks out good. I'm going to take Chris Curtis here at 8.6, and I think he's going to be part of this optimal lineup. I would say this more than the last fight I talked about, the Oldberg and Nutwiki fight. But yeah, give me Chris Curtis here. I think he gets it done by freaking knockout. And that's a good price at 8.6K. Both wins for Curtis, man, over 100 fantasy points. So you can get the same amount of fantasy points here as you can from one of these 9K fighters. All right, moving up the ladder, man, we got my friend. Here's where I'm always conflicted because you guys know I always have fighters on my channel. I have friends that are fighters. And this young man, Nate Maness, is one of my friends. One of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your life, man. And he doesn't have to be. Like, he can, like, you're just some YouTube guy. Who the fuck are you? But no, man, he treats me as an equal. I respect, man. This man's always in it, man. He's gonna have he's long and tall for the division. We all know he's got that powerful right hand. When he got knocked down that last fight, I don't know if you guys know this, but that actually broke his jaw. So that first round, end of the round, he gets knocked down. Right at the end of the round, saved him. Otherwise, that would have been it. He would have lost that fight. But came back in that second round with a broken freaking jaw and ended up finishing Gravely. And we all know Gravely's a fucking contender. We saw him last week. He scorched that dude. So, I mean, I'm going to have a sprinkle, and I mean a sprinkle of Nate Maness. 6.7K, the cheapest fighter on the roster. Could he pull another upset? If he does, and I don't have him, I have a lot of explaining to do to my friend here who says, Skywalker, I'm always the underdog, which he has been. He's always been the underdog. And you didn't pick me this time. So, Nate, I got you, man. I'm going to put you in some lineups, but we got to be realistic, man. When my money's on the line, you got Nurmagomedov here, Khabib's cousin. Undefeated. But Nate's only lost once himself. He's what, 14-1? Nurmagomedov. Umar. 9.5K. Undefeated. One of the best kickers. One of the best kissers. One of the best kickers in the UFC. His kicks are like whips, man. It's I don't know how these fighters like miss getting kicked in the face with those damn things. They're so fast, so smooth, so technical. He goes for takedowns, and once he gets you down, he goes for that neck. Nate's hard to take down. You got the hype train versus the he's a negative 1,000, I think, in the betting world. But yeah, my pick's Nurmagomedov. No disrespect, Nate. No disrespect. But I will have some shares of Nate Maness because I do believe in the kid. And I do think that he's hungry. And the guy's a winner, man. Don't ever count him out. But the pick is going to be Umar Nurmagomedov, especially for cash games. I think he's going to be very popular at 9.5. However, look at the scores here 105, 112. I think you can get that same score from Chris Curtis, right? Who's a lot cheaper. So is he a must own in GPPs? Absolutely not. I think cash games, absolutely Nurmagomedov is necessary in your cash lineup. So the pick is Nurmagomedov, but my man Nate Maness, don't ever count him out, man. All right, next up, we got Thiago Moyeses versus Christos Gagos. I don't know, guys. This is just an awful two fighters I'm really not high on. Thiago Moyeses is 9K. He went from 7.5, 6.8 to 9K. Fantasy points wise, he lost at 9K in round 1. Scored 4 fantasy points. That was a great night. He was 6'8", lost in round 4, got 17 fantasy points. He did get a win against Hernandez, but he only got 51 fantasy points, guys. 51. I'm going to take a shot here on the underdog. I'm going to take a shot here on Christos Gagos, who I'm not impressed by this guy at all, whatsoever. Both these fighters on my book are cheeks, all right? They're both cheeks. Christos, man, the only thing he got going for him is his takedowns. Other than that, I mean, in a win, he can get you 90s. Like against Soriano, 96. Against Minus, 93. And a loss, he still got 56 against Close. The guy's just fought. He's fought some good competition. That's the case I'm going to make here. Strength of schedule, better competition. The price tag at 7.2. There is no fucking way Thiago Moyeses should be 9K in this fight. No way. So I'm going to pick Christos. I'm not 100% confident with this pick, but I'm putting underdogs up here for you guys that I like in this particular card. So I'm going to take a shot here, especially if you're going to try and get 2 9K fighters in your lineups. I think you got to take a shot here. Again, strength of schedule. He's fought the better opponents. And at 7.2K, I can see him getting takedowns here. I can see him getting a greasy decision win. Thiago Moises, I'm just not impressed, man. He got absolutely scorched that last fight, man. Oh my, he laid down on his punches. You can see his punches coming a mile away. He throws kicks. I get it. He's in the UFC for a reason, but it's a 50-50 fight. You give me a 50-50 fight, and one of the guys is 7.2K. I'm taking the 7.2K guy. And then we got a banger here. So I'll probably take a bathroom break for this one, man. Josh Parisian. I hate when he's on a card. Oh my gosh. One of these fat, sloppy heavyweights, man. He's got good leg kicks. He's got 0 takedown defense to speak of. He's just awful. He's 7.8K. Going up again. Alain Badou. So the Frenchman. I'm going to back the Frenchman here at 8.4K. I'm just going to fade this fight, guys. Who loses here? The fans lose here with this one. This is a fight before the co-main, before the main event, where you go take your bathroom break, your beer break, so have you. If you bet on this fight, I have a number for you to call. It's 1-800-GAMBLER, okay? 1-800-GAMBLER. 2 low-level heavyweights here. They're basically both fighting for their lives here, for their professional careers. So I think whoever loses here gets cut. I think even the winner might get cut. But Alain Badou did look better in that last fight. I'll give the kid that. He did. I'm going to take him at 8.4K, but just a pure fade because he's cheeks. I think the score that he put out, but he's going to put out, is going to be cheeks. And Josh Parisian, don't even get me started on that guy. He's beyond cheeks. He's what's in between the cheeks. Man, next up, we got an easy one to pick here. Neil Magney against our newest darling, Shakrat Rabmakov, guys. I know. I need to pronounce these names a little bit better, but he wears a dead animal on his head. I cannot talk. This is my second video I'm doing tonight, guys. So just did a large MLB slate video. But yeah, Shavkrat, man, he's the real deal. I'm taking him, plug him in there at 9.3K, 112, 98, 100 fantasy points. Again, I still think Chris Curtis can get there too. So I don't know. I'm going to have to check out the ownership here for this guy, because if Khabib's cousin gets all the ownership at 9.5, 9.6, I'm going to take Shavkrat here. I think he gets it done. Neil Magney, I mean, he's a tough outing. It's a step up in competition for him, but it's Neil Magney. I mean, he's tall and long for the division. He got dropped that last fight against Max Payne Griffin. But he just likes to wrestle and grind on people and make it slow and boring, and that's not going to cut it against Shavkat, man. That's just not going to cut it. So he is a hard guy to finish. Lost to Chiesa in 5 rounds in a decision. So I don't know, guys. Is Magny's chin going to hold up? It's held up so far in his last 5, man. So he scores decent. It's only a 3-round fight, but there's no way in hell I'm playing Neil Magny in this card against Shavkat, man. So let's get to the main event here. It's all right. I actually think you can get away with fading this main event. It's not a stackable main event for cash games. It's just a whatever fight for me. Just like this card's a whatever fight card. You got Mateusz Gamrot, 7.1K. You can take a shot with him. He's live here. He's always been the favorite. Look at this. 9-2, 8-6, 8-5 in his last 3 fights. He's won them all, right? 103, 97, 108. Not bad. But then you got Saruki in here. This dude's the goods, man. He's the real deal. 5-fight winning streak. Look at this. 1-3, round 3, round 3, round 3, round 1, round 2. Fantasy points, 117, 110, 126, 82, 86. The kid's just getting better and better. So Sarukian, man, he goes for takedowns, good wrestling, heavy top game, that ground and pound, man. Go watch his last fight. He caught that dude. He caught Alvarez with that elbow, and blood was just gushing. And at that point, it was tough to watch if he had a weak stomach. Mateusz Gamrot, I mean, you know what you're getting with him. You're getting takedowns. You're getting leg kicks. You're getting high output. He does go out there and throw out some high output. This is going to be a 5-round fight. I'm curious to see how his cardio holds up, because he just throws so much output out there. Now, Gamrot, I think he's a live dog. I really do. I'm willing to take a shot for 7.1K. Is he a must? No. But it fills up my underdogs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 underdogs that are live in this card, guys. Mateusz Gamrot is one of them. By the way, this is Schroeder that just walked by. Schroeder, what's going on, dude? So Schroeder on our MLB videos does all the let's bring the screen up so you guys can see him. Schroeder says, "What's up, guys? What's happening? My name's Schroeder." He normally does the home run calls for the MLB videos, but for some reason he got all fired up. He's ready for this UFC card. So Schroeder had to stop by and say what's up. If you guys are new, just letting you know. Oh, was that a random cat? No, that's the GOAT. That's Schroeder Skywalker. So what do we do with all these underdogs? I got you Kelleher, Cody Durden, Paiva, Nikuchi against Olberg, goddammit. Tefan, all right? Tefan. Gagos, and then Gamrot. Those are live dogs. So let me go with the ones that I'm probably the most confident in. I would say let's take Gamrot out of there. Kelleher, I'm kind of confident, but 7-5, we'll leave him in there. Cody Durden, I'm pretty confident, but Paiva, I'm pretty confident. But we can't play all underdogs, can we? We can't. So let's say, just for instance, you gotta, first of all, you're like, all right, give me Nurmagomedov, right? Where's he at? 9.5K. Now you're averaging 8.1. So let's say you want to take a stab at Gamrot, 7.1. So now you're left with 8.3 per fighter. You probably got to get one more dog. One more dog. Who would it be? I'd probably go boom boom Kelleher, guys, at 7.5. Now you're left with 8.6. So I think the key here is getting these 8K range fighters correctly. I think that's the key. Like, where's my man at 8.9K? TJ Brown. We're still left with 8.5. Paiva, JP Buys, like Cody Durden. Now you're left with 9K. So now you can pay up to any 9K fighter you want. Moises is gonna do it. I don't know if he is, but I mean, whatever you guys want to do. I gave you guys the underdog picks. So now the rest is up to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you like this format better, if you want me to go back to Tapology and I pick the fights live on Tapology with you. Let me know what you guys prefer. Thank you so much for watching again. Come join the DFS club, guys, where you get all my lineups, all the ownership, every single sport. Every sport, $14.99 a month, starting monthly plans. The more you pay up, the more you save. That's dfsclub.com. Click join now. Click my logo, Skywalker DFS, and then pick your plans, guys. We're the cheapest in the industry, and it's not even close. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, on your way out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below. Let's get this bread. Don't take shit from nobody. And I'm rooting for my boy, Nate Maness, man. Let's go, man. I know you can do it. I know you can shock the world again. And let's go USA. I'm out, you guys. See you in the next one. Take care.